Welcome to 30 Days of Anime Training. My name's Jake, and today I want to do something special because on Thursday, instead of doing my usual where I share the video to Facebook, I did something kind of different and shared it to Reddit instead, the Kengan Ashura subreddit. And surprisingly enough, it went over pretty well. I don't know how to use Reddit. I even asked someone like if they could help me out. Got no response, but it's like, all right, I'll try putting a post up there, see how it goes. And it was received very well. So I wanted to thank everyone on Reddit that came over and watched the video and ended up giving me a lot of tips via the video and on Reddit itself. Um, and because they love the show so much, I wanted to do an extra video today where instead of doing the normal workout or diet or usual fitness stuff, I'm going to get super nerdy about it, and I'm actually just going to talk about Kengan Ashura itself. Um, Now, I'm going to do two disclaimers real quick here. First off, this is a spoiler. Everything I'm going to talk about is from the anime on. So it's all from round 2 past that. Um, the other thing is, this is definitely an opinion. It's my outlook on how it was done in the comic, and you feel free to call me out on it, say it's wrong in the comments down below. That's perfectly fine, but this is a scene that I thought was kind of important and really relevant to this week's chapter of Kengan Omega anyway. So it's something I kind of wanted to explore and share with everyone. And once again, if you don't want any spoilers, stop watching now. Leave. Go. Shoot. Come back tomorrow. Okay, now that those nerds are gone, what I wanted to talk about was the relationship between Saw Paing and Gao Lan, because obviously that influenced the most recent chapter with Gao Lan's training and why he's able to, yeah, you know what happens there. But anyway, what I want to talk about is actually right after where the anime ends, picking up with the Saw Paing versus Mikazuchi Ray fight. Now, in that fight, Saw Paing's pushed his limits, blah, blah, blah. I could go into detail about that. That's not what I'm talking about. Saw Paing loses. That's the point behind that part. And when he loses, the portrayal that they put in the comics is definitely a strong metaphor in my book of the howling fighting spirit broken. They did a pretty literal showing of the breaking of someone's spirit. This extremely positive person was brought down and just destroyed. Um, and that was kind of our first insight into seeing our stoic Gowlon, strong, you know, pride of Thailand. We saw him kind of break. He showed a lot of emotion, a lot of anger at Saw Paing for just kind of giving up. Says a lot of mean things, even. So much so that it kind of shows that Gowlon does take it pretty seriously, and he sees Saw Paing in a very respectful manner. My voice just cracked. That's awesome. Had that situation not happened, had Saw Paing just been his happy-go-lucky self and not been broken down about that, that could have changed all the results later on. Who knows how Gowlon would have done on his fight against Agito? Who knows how... He probably wouldn't have broken his hand. He wouldn't have had to do that training like how Saw Paing did it, and then he might have lost against Carlos. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Check my notes here. Anyway, the thing I really do like about kind of the ending of that scene is Gowlon is indirectly saying that he accepts Saw Paing as a rival by saying, you know, you shouldn't be considering me your rival. Okay, Gowlon, whatever. But then Gowlon goes on, loses to the Fang. In the ending bits there, they don't show Gowlon's thoughts or anything after he breaks his hand, and he's still fighting there at the end. So I kind of question, was he thinking about the honor for the Kingdom of Thailand, or was he caught up in something else? I want to know what his drive was there. But because they didn't necessarily show it, what they did show is right afterward, when Gowlon's sitting there thinking about how to improve. He doesn't think he wants to improve for the honor of the country of Thailand. He wants to improve for Saw Paing. Um, he saw his friend go through to the end, and he shows that he goes through to the end as well. He doesn't want to be outdone by his rival, and he doesn't want to be put down afterward. He wants to be stronger than that so that he can be better than Saw Paing. That just shows that Saw Paing's influence did kind of influence him there. Maybe that was his thinking after he shattered his fist in the fight and knew it was broken. Who knows? But no matter what, it's tough to deny that the friendship between those two is pretty important, especially where we are now in the manga. Okay. Now, what was pretty nice about the Galon-Agito fight right afterward for their friendship was, I'm trying to remember the exact scene for it. It shows Saw Paing sitting in a hallway or something, quiet, just sitting there. And the last interaction he had with Calon was Calon yelling at him and being that extremely rude. But Saw Paing instead, like, the first thing he says is, "Thank you, Calon," because he's happy, he respects him. He knows that what he said was mean, but that's kind of just his personality. That's what he wanted to, he wanted to hit the nail home to his friends. So he said what he needed to, and obviously it worked. It helped turn that into drive. It's friendly competition there. They both improved from that. So overall, kind of my thinking behind this video was, I'm a huge Galon fan. I love his style. I love his fight scenes. It's all so technical. I think he's a great character. I think he's a really cool character. Hatsumi, Calon, and Kuroki are easily my favorites. But I got these rose-colored glasses on for Saw Paing. One, he has the same birthday as me, July 8th. Two, I always got to give it to those guys that are, kind of sickeningly positive. I respect that a lot. I wish I could be that way sometimes. Okay. In summation, make a little bit of Hail Mary play here, but let's play it back. Let's say Saw Paing fights Mikazuchi Rei, still loses. Overly positive, bounces back, says, "Okay, I'm not going to get down about this." Calon doesn't get angry about it. Instead, he keeps his cool. He goes into his fight against Agito. Let's say he wins against Agito. Let's say he doesn't shatter his fist. Maybe he loses his next fight then. Maybe no matter what, it's just his fight against Agito is different there because his attitude and going different. Agito even mentions it was bad luck that he shattered his fist. Meaning, a small change could have prevented his fist from shattering. Meaning, in this purgatory fight with Carlos, that healed to his hand, that would have ended the fight. Our match would be done now. So, to the people that kind of have Saw Paing as an underrated character, I invite you to look at him just a little differently. I think he's a really cool one that deserves the benefit of the doubt for being the overly positive character. And they definitely don't highlight it in the anime, but in the manga they do show a lot more to the character that I wish everyone else could see. So if you like this video, be sure to comment below if you want some more like this, or if you want some more breakdowns of different scenes for that, or if you just want me to pick a few more. I'm always reading through the series, so I'll pick another one. Doesn't matter. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, once again, if you want more. And if I had a cat, I'd say subscribe for cats. Always says, the link on the right is to subscribe for more. And like Louis always says, there's an algorithm that picked a video that's sitting right there for you that he wants you to click. And like George says, I'm a chomp.